Hello, SimTheWorld here playing PC Building Simulator, the Esports expansion. Welcome back as we continue our series through the game. Last video we had finished up the tournament with MG and Picard, and now we have our new office. Why don't we jump right in and check up on what's up and see who's messaged. Picard has sent us a gift. Thank you, Picard. MG has mailed us a souvenir. Why don't we go over here and check that out? From MG, she sent us a Fort Fight game. And from Picard, he sent us some scrap of notebook paper. Oh, this must be his plan of attack. Very interesting. Alright, so let's check out who else has messaged us. It's probably our new team. So we have Bob welcoming us to the team. We have Daddy Cloud also welcoming us. And Never Noob. Hey, how's it going? We are doing well. So without further ado, let us jump into the emails. Hi, just getting in touch to say that, yes, we are evaluating our current sponsorship roster. This is something we do every year, and likely nothing to worry about. We value the strong relationships we built with all of our teams, and yours is no different. We simply want to make sure that we're getting the best value possible for our brand, based on team performance and optics. Right now, the best thing you can do to ensure you're showing ASRock hardware in a good light, we highly recommend our Tachia Ultimate motherboards for all of your players. All the best. So it seems ASRock is strong-arming us to make sure that we continue to get that oh-so-sweet money. To Kathy's. Hi. Welcome to the Vandals SoCar team. Glad to have you with us. I'm Kathy. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. We're in a bad place. We've been doing okay, but not great for a while, and I'm pretty sure our sponsor ASRock is close to dropping us. Does seem that way, doesn't it? I'll handle the players the best that I can, but having the best team in the world won't help us if we lose our sponsor. So I'm counting on you to keep them happy. If you can do that, you're alright by me. So we do need to keep the money flowing. Alright, Kathy, we can do that. We have our weekly update where we've only got $2,400 for 3 players. Last week we had $2,500. That would have been nice to have. Eli emailed us. Just a quick side note to say that I've been made aware of some of the rumors swirling about the SoCar team losing their sponsor. Rest assured, we have a great working relationship with ASRock. There's no indication that this will be changing. Cool. Hopefully no money runs out. So Never Nude is not Never Nude. That's funny. Never Noob is a work in progress. Newest guy on the team, and it shows. He's got great potential, but he won't shine unless he has a PC he can rely on to do the heavy lifting. That's where you come in. I want you to upgrade his GPU and make it an ASRock product, okay? Might as well earn some brownie points from our sponsor. We're going to need an ASRock motherboard for our PCs, and we're going to need to upgrade the graphics card. Let's also take a look at what Kathy wants us to do with Bob's. Bob can be a bit of a handful, but he's one of our most resourceful players. I've got no worries that he can deliver us some wins, provided he has the right hardware. But there's a problem. He took his rig home with him at the end of last season, and, well, you'll have to see for yourself. It's a mess. I've not been able to get him to say exactly what happened. Something involving a fast car and 3 tons of bread flour. You're going to have to clean it up and replace any parts that got broken before the match this weekend, okay? Just don't spend over $500 on it. I don't want to have to explain any of this to the CEO. Alright, so we got to jump in and work on some PCs. Let us start with Never Noobs. And we need to update the graphics card. So currently he is using a R9 290. That's DFL Radeon. Let's jump into Part Ranker to find that card. DFL Radeon. There's only 3 of these cards in here, and we are using, I don't think that was the 3 gig model, so we are up here. So the first part we need to find is an ASRock graphics card above this point. Just scrolling, and here we are. The ASRock Phantom Gaming D Radeon RX 580 8 gig overclocked. So let's go ahead and jump in the shop and find that. ASRock. And we need the 580. That was the D, so we'll put that in the cart. We also need from our sponsor the motherboards. We need to switch over to, right here at the top. How convenient. So we'll need at least 2 of those for our current players. And before I take anything else out of this PC, because we are going to have to replace the motherboard, let's leave everything in there for now and come over here and take a look at Bob's computer. Bob has made quite a mess of this. Let's blow out the air and see what's wrong. While we blow this out, let's try to boot it up with the power. And we aren't getting any power. That can only be one of 2 issues. It can either be an issue with the motherboard or the power supply. Since the power supply is easiest to get to, we're going to remove that. Let's take a look. It was the power supply. Oh, and look at that. We also have an extra power supply from one of our last builds. That's convenient. Let's get rid of the broken part, and let's put in the new one. Let's make sure the PSG shroud is on before the cable goes in. Let's try booting that up. Alright, now we got power. We see the air cooler needs replaced. And so does the RAM. Let's pop those out. I'm not going to put thermal paste on now, because we're going to have to switch out the boards. Let's take a look. Yep, this is broken. We actually have a used cooler already here, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. That's going to be cheaper than buying a new one. And as far as memory, we need a new stick of 8 gig. So let's head over to the shop. We already have the motherboards in. So all we need is the memory. We need A data, but we need the 8 gig model. And we need, yep, here it is. It's only 60 bucks, that's convenient. So with that, we can have that delivered the next day. Yeah, we're not going to add another one to the cart. This will be perfect. So I think we are done for the day. Walk down our long hallway and come to an end. Now we'll go to work. Our parts are here. Let's go ahead and jump into these PCs. I want to take care of Bob's computer now. We get all the cables undone. Take the motherboard out. Before I pop this in, we'll also go check our emails. Oh, look who it is. It's Grash. Great. Hi, it's me again. My technician is having a bit of a problem. I asked him to upgrade my RAM in my PC, but he said he didn't know how to do that. Apparently he's only worked on laptops, and this is all kind of new. Well, I don't know how you can mess up installing RAM, but alright, Grash. Any chance to talk to me, I'm sure? Any chance you can help? I've got a meeting this week with Corsair, and I need to impress them. They might sponsor me next season. 16 gigs should be plenty, thank you so much. P.S. I know you're in the big leagues now, but if you ever feel like coming back and being my tech, I'd be super grateful. Okay, so we'll take this. We have 2 days to complete it, so we'll get the PC tomorrow, take a look at what we need. And our next order is Daddy Clout's PC. Daddy Clout had some rough matches last season, but he spent a lot more time practicing matches over the break, and I'm confident he can come away swinging on Saturday. One of his requests for this season is for a new CPU. Apparently he wants an i7-8700. I'm sure you can handle that. Oh, and don't forget to check for any emails from our sponsor ASRock. They're funding all of this after all. So we need his PC, which is also here. This will give us a chance to confirm. Of course, we need another motherboard for him. So let's go ahead and order those parts too. We need the motherboard. We need another ASRock. And for a CPU, we need an 8700. We already have one in our inventory. Oh, that might be, let's finish up these before we put that in. Yeah, I think that's Bob's. We could very well give him Bob's, but then we'd still have to order one for Bob. Okay. So, get this put together. We want to install the new memory. That is not broken. Us also put the 8700. Yep, this was his. Thermal paste for sure. And we are reusing this used CPU cooler. That will make our lives much easier. We also were giving him back his graphics card, because apparently that doesn't need to be replaced. Oh, you know what I forgot? It would definitely help if I put his storage back in. There it is. Okay. No harm, no foul. We'll put the graphics card back in and boot it up. We also need to install SOCAR, so get the USB stick in. Everything else is checked off, so we are going to install the game and then get the computer back together. And with that, it looks like our computer's done and ready. Perfect. Put it on our shelf. Put it at the bottom so we don't have to look at it ever again. And we'll jump over to Never Noobs. We need to replace his motherboard to make the sponsor happy. And not let the funds go dry, then we all go hungry. With that out, we will put in the new motherboard. All right. Luckily, all the cables just pop right in. It makes it so convenient. I wish that worked in real life. Add the memory, and we'll put the CPU in. Let's put in the CPU cooler, and that fits great. and we need to upgrade his graphics card. Let's go ahead and grab our new ASRock card. 2 slot, that's why I removed one of the plates. And let's boot it up. We will also have to install SoCar on here. Apparently they didn't already have that on their computers. They just play this professionally. And we'll restart the computer. With that installed, let's put that on the shelf too. PC's ready to go. And finally, we have Daddy Clouts. As you recall, we need to put that 8700 in the cart. And we can put that order in, because I don't think there's anything else we need. Get that delivered tomorrow, and we'll end another day. Alright, so we've got our new parts. We've got to get Daddy Clout's computer done today. We're getting messages, we got an email. Let's check this out. So, Never Noob, listen, I've been really worried about something. I just want to ask you, if it's possible, can I get 1 purple light? Well, Never Noob, we'll see what we can do. Bob is also messaging us, hey, just want to ask if I could get my PC back today. I need it for practice. Yeah, that makes sense. Practice, gotta practice. Totally unrelated and not in any way why I'm messaging you. Have you got any hot goss on what's going on with ASRock? No clue, Bob, but yeah, you're not using that for gaming, are you? And Daddy Clout is also messaging us. Hey, has Bob already messaged you? We actually both need our PCs for practice, and obviously anything you tell about the ASRock situation would be great. But I mainly just want my PC, not the rumors. Just if you know anything about the rumors, it'd be good to know, Okay, so they blew up our phones. First thing I want to do is get the light in for Never Noob. Bob's PC, this is Never Noob's. Is there anything that lights up in here? No RGB, is there? Oh, we still have 1 RGB fan, so let's go ahead and throw that in. We'll replace the one that was already there. While that boots up, we need to install the lighting software. So he's requesting a purple light. And we will restart. Just to confirm, he needs it at 255, 0255. We can do that. The lighting, the light. Let's go to static 255, 255, and we'll apply that. So our Never Noob friend will now be happy. So he's got some lights in his PC. Also need to take Bob's out as... Let's check our emails, make sure there's nothing more we need. I was hoping to put together a rig for my buddy's birthday next week, so I bought this cool looking case online. It's pretty crazy. Actually, it's a little too crazy. I can't figure out where anything goes. I think I've got all the hardware installed, but I probably forgot something. Can you take a look? And if you can do anything else to make it special for my buddy, I'd appreciate it. His favorite color is orange, and his lucky number is 5, if that helps. So we need to put an orange light in that, from what I can guess. Let's also see what MG wants. Hi, I was talking to Grash, and she said you did a few jobs for her. That's so nice. Could you help me out too? I've got this old PC I use for archiving podcasts, but my favorite podcast app just got infected with malware. Stupid thing downloaded like 200 gigabytes of junk data and totally filled my hard drive. I think I fixed the malware problem. I don't really know how to check, but now I've hardly got any space left for my podcasts. Can you upgrade my disk space? We can do that pretty quick, and she gives us 2 days, so we'll accept. Daddy Clout's sending us his thing. We need to take care of his PC and get those both done today. Bob's is already done. And same with... This is Grash's, so we'll have to take a look at that next after we finish this. So we need to upgrade the CPU. And to make Azrock happy, we need to put in a new motherboard. Let's get everything pulled out. And we can install the new motherboard. We'll have a bunch of used motherboards after this. Hopefully those come in handy. We need the new CPU, the 8700. Mustn't forget the thermal paste. Put the USB in here while we're thinking about it. Slap in the memory. Add the CPU cooler. They were just running stock, weren't they? And the same old graphics card. Let's boot. It's missing parts. Did I forget the... Oh, I forgot the boot drive again. Isn't that easy to do? Alright, so back to the graphics card. Now we can boot. Now all the parts are installed. Let's put the side panel back on. We'll install SOCAR real quick. And with that, Daddy Clout's computer is done too. Put that underneath. So all we have left to do is take a look at Grash's computer. But before we do that, I think this would be a good time to take a break. For next video, why don't you guys shout out what we should name our fish in the comments? He needs a name, and other than that, thanks for watching as I simulate my life one game at a time. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the action. You can follow on Twitter for updates to future games being played, as well as follow on Twitch as I try to stream 3 days a week. Thanks, and I'll see you next time at SimTheWorld.